Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Tea Time. Candu and I are taking a walk, and we're in the round pen so that I have enough Wi-Fi to talk to all of you guys. I am multitasking a bit today because I have the farrier coming to reset her shoes, and we are taking a walk to make sure that she's warmed up and she's settled. Yeah, there we go. Nice big snort. So I'm juggling my tools a little bit as I talk. Candu and I have a fairly new relationship. She doesn't know me that well, so this is actually a really big step that I'm able to walk with her using just the lead rope around her neck. And I do have a stick in case I need it. But it's pretty awesome actually that she's this settled, so I can walk and talk to you guys and have tea time while I multitask. So today I wanted to talk about feeling safe enough, both from the horse's perspective and the human's perspective. So Candu here, she's a thoroughbred and her life is all about movement. If you watch her in her paddock, she moves all the time. She walks, she turns, she stops, she rears, she bucks, she kicks. Movement is super vital for her. And so it's really important that I acknowledge this, and we put that sort of movement into good use to help her feel as safe as possible before the farrier gets here, and he's got to be crouched underneath her and she's got to stand still for as long as it takes for those shoes to get reset. So safety is really important, and I was talking about this with some of my students this week. When horses feel safe enough, they behave in ways that are socially thought out. They behave in ways that are thinking, yielding, playing, that make all of their friends comfortable. But here's the thing. When horses feel unsafe, they have to self-agitate to build up enough tension in their body to defend themselves. And I think it's really important that we stop looking at them as misbehaving. They're not misbehaving. They are self-defending. So a horse that is acting a lot of fight or flight, what they're saying is, I don't feel safe, and I need to make sure that my muscles are charged up with enough energy that if I have to defend myself, I can. And so what they'll do is they do lots of small fight or flight actions to agitate themselves, to put themselves in a defended state where they're not too vulnerable. And when I started looking at it this way, I felt a lot less depressed about when horses would misbehave. I mean, this one in particular, I love her. She's a doll. But there are a lot of times in her life when she feels unsafe. So that means she's going to self-agitate until her muscles are really tight and she's ready to defend herself. And if I look at it that way, then I can take some time to help her feel safe so that she feels like relaxation is not too vulnerable. And that is really important to me. Big groan and a sigh. So, this is a horse that movement is one of those things that makes her feel okay. And so we're taking some extra time to do some walking before the farrier gets here to do her shoes, so that hopefully she feels safe enough she can self-soothe instead of self-agitating. When horses self-soothe, they calm down, they relax, they feel safe enough to act in thinking, yielding, playing ways that are really conscious of their partners, I'm going to look at something for a second. All right, let's go. They're really aware of their partner's feelings of safety. So when a horse, to the degree they feel unsafe, they're going to self-agitate, and they're not going to care about someone else's safety. They're going to care about their own safety. To the degree they feel safe, they are going to start taking into account how everybody else feels and how to adjust their behavior so that everyone else feels safe, not just them. So, yeah, Rebecca, I bet you've got thoroughbreds too. So, this idea of how do we set them up so that they take into account everybody else's safety, not just their own. And the answer to this really is in the three basics: friends, forage, and freedom. To the degree we can get friends, forage, and freedom sorted out for a horse in a way that suits them, they will feel safe. And there's so many pieces to that puzzle. I don't mean to, belittle it or make it seem simple, because it's not really that simple. But it is that simple too. And so for Candu here, hi, we're looking around at the trees. She doesn't live with the other horses because we don't have the right horses to live with her. So I am her friend. It's me. I'm the friend part of that equation. And if I'm going to be the friend part of that equation, then I have to be able to show up and take care of her to the best of my ability as a friend would. And to the degree I can take care of her as a friend, she's going to feel like she can trust me, life, everything around her. And so that's the job. So for her and I, going for a long walk this morning before the farrier got here was exactly what we needed to do to set her up to feel safe. So I'm actually going to end this short. I'm going to answer your questions afterwards. That's just a little food for you guys to think about. My farrier just pulled up, so I have to say goodbye. End this tea talk a little bit early. I'm going to go get her shoes reset. I'll let you guys know how it goes. And we will talk again next week. Leave me your questions, comments in the comment section. I will get back to them, I promise. And we will talk more next week. Have a wonderful day, you guys.